I'm now in conversation with Mr. Rajkiran Rai, the MD and CEO of Union Bank of India. Sir, thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you.
So first up, any daily routine or daily habit that you follow that if you didn't do, it would feel odd for you, the day would feel incomplete?
I think the first 1 hour goes in reading. Actually, it may be newspaper or any other article which I pick up for a reading and all that. Generally, that shapes my ideas for the day, particularly on the banking, on the technology side, any other interventions. So this is what I do in addition to my routine physical exercise I do. This is one thing. This is a exercise for the mind, because basically we need to create ideas, we need to look forward, what is hitting us, how the industry is evolving, and then when I come actually I'll be noting down most of these things, what to do for today, and how to look at Union Bank 5 years ahead, out of that what we will do in this 1 year. So these are the thought processes which we create, and then I come work with my team, and basically it is more on the policy making front and all that, but then I also look at the operational issues if there are issues to be solved and all that, but it will be more on the creative side, trying to look for ahead and try to think about the organization.
There is a large portion of the youth in India which is going to join the banking industry over the next few years. Your guidance to them on what they could be expecting in their jobs?
If Indian economy is growing, actually the biggest beneficiary is going to be the banking industry. I think youngsters have to really look at banking industry as a profession, whether it's public sector space and private sector space, because this is going to play a big role. And we have already seen the financialization of all sectors of the economy, which is ultimately benefiting the banks. So the youngsters who come to the bank, actually basically it is not only it's employment, actually kind of pleasure you get in working rural and semi-urban branches. It is not comparable to any other satisfaction, because I have personally worked in rural branches, have stayed there. It is the best part of my life actually. It's the best experience working in these places. So I think youngsters particularly, because we have two Indias, one is on the what you call India and Bharat. So I think youngsters, unless they are exposed to the Bharat side of India, I think they will not be complete executives. I think you need to come into the banking industry with that perspective, ready to spend some 3, 4, 5 years on the rural side, work with the bank, understand that, then you will have the right kind of passion to work. And a lot of tech savvy guys are joining us today. It is making, like last year recruitment I was seeing, 50% of the POs who have joined us are engineers. So this is a big change which is happening. So I think jokingly people say 5 years down the line bank will look like more of a tech company rather than a bank, and that is going to be true with so many engineers coming in.
Wow, that's quite a great insight. We didn't know about that. And finally, sir, your thoughts on the way ahead for the banking industry. How are you seeing it evolve? And of course, like you said, the impact of technology on the banking space.
So we have to be very careful with the kind of growth we are planning. We cannot make mistake once again, because we have gone through some cycles which really put us in a lot of scrutiny and really the balance sheet related issues for last 3-4 years. We have to be very careful. At the same time, not restricting our growth. The right kind of lessons have to be learned. We need to use more of big data, a lot of technology, a lot of creative thinking and analysis, so that we watch what we do. Always go one step forward, then watch whether you have done the right things, then take the next step. So we need to be very watchful in the growth phase, and I am very sure we are into a growth phase. And when I say next 4-5 years, the balance sheet size of most of the banks are going to double. So that means we need to grow at 15 to 20% growth rates. If you are looking at that kind of growth rates, I think you need to get your systems in place.
That's important. Those form the foundations. Thank you so much, sir, for talking to us. Thank you.
Thank you.